I will show you how to make a simple but incredibly amazing sourdough bread in just 3 minutes of work. So I would say 4 things that typically take a lot of work when making sourdough bread are the following. You have to knead your dough, you have to perform a couple of stretch and folds, you want to shape your dough in the end. Let me pause you for a second. I could go on and on, but this recipe is so much simpler. See for yourself. So with this recipe, we have to do nothing of this. This recipe is so simple. For the ingredients, I'm adding 900 grams of bread flour, 18 grams of salt, 90 grams of sourdough starter, and 900 grams of water. Now I'm taking a spatula. You could also take your hands, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to stir this together to make it nice and homogenized. That's it. Note the consistency of the dough. It doesn't hold together that nicely. And all we do now, we put this into our greased loaf pan. I use the non-stick vegetable oil. Very important. This makes sure that our dough won't stick in the end. So that's it for the recipe. Now I'm just extracting a tiny piece of the dough. After around 5 to 10 hours, this sample has doubled in size, and that's exactly the moment when you should bake your bread. Relying on a sample is so much better than relying on timings, because you always nail the fermentation process, the hardest part of sourdough baking. This really is my favorite trick. So that's the recipe, so simple, right? Now we just want to cover this up so that this doesn't dry out. If you don't have a fancy lid for your loaf pan like this, no worries, you could also just be using a plastic bag. That would totally work as well. This bread is so simple, no need to preheat the oven. I love it. And let's bake it and quickly talk about the temperatures. So that's upper bottom heat and 230 degrees Celsius right there. I am gonna be baking it like this until the core temperature of the dough reaches around 80 degrees Celsius. And then afterwards, I will remove the dough from the loaf pan and continue letting it bake until the core temperature reaches 95 degrees Celsius. And by using a thermometer, you will always nail baking your bread. Anyway, so let's let this bake, and I'm super excited to show you the final result. And voila, here is our final bread. And are you ready for it? It has this typical sourdough tang. This is so good. Hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope that you learned something new.